Alrighty, good afternoon. I am coming to you from outside because it's sunny here in Mississippi and it's too beautiful a day to be inside doing a recording. So I'm here with you in our porch area, backyard. You may hear little ones coming in and out during this video because they're also enjoying the outside weather too. So this is mom life, and that's okay because actually today we're talking about how we bring those little ones into this world. So this video I wanted to go over just the basics of what you should pack in your hospital bag to go with you, whether you're doing a home birth or hospital birth. They're both great. What you're going to probably want on hand and how to use those. Also, how to maybe help coach your partner through how to help you with those steps, since you will be doing the laboring, the birthing part yourself. And it can really help if you have that partner or person who knows what oils to kind of start giving you and how to sense that out with you. So without further ado, I'm just going to kind of go into how I prep for our labors and births, and what's worked for me and others too, so that you can try them out for your own birth. First of all, I feel like creating a peaceful, calm environment is really, really important. So I'm going to try to link up for you a couple of Spotify playlists that you can utilize to play music, just to add that calm, serene mood to your room. I feel like that's a really important factor, just to help with the mood and to calm any nerves too, because sometimes it is a little bit nervous, especially if you're doing your first baby. You don't know what to expect, and that's totally normal. The other two things that I like to do for mood is diffuse. So you're gonna wanna definitely pack a diffuser if you're going to the hospital. If not, if you're doing a home birth, have a diffuser nearby. But I like to diffuse frankincense and balance. These are kind of my calming oils. I know some people like serenity or other ones, so you can play around, but frankincense and balance are really good. Wild orange can be really courageous oil too if you're feeling like you're struggling with some fear factors. And cedarwood is another one that is a connected oil, so just getting connected with you, the baby, your body, what's going on, because it's a new process if it's your first time baby, and even if you've had a baby, it's still different. Your body is having to change so much during the labor process. So those can be two to diffuse as well, especially if you feel like nervousness or fear is a factor possibly in your laboring or in that state. So that would be another option, is diffuse wild orange and cedarwood in your labor room. So, but I like these. I like to have them anyway on me for after baby, before baby, kind of just my go-tos. Secondly, you're gonna want to have these two oils on hand. So, and I just noticed I'm missing fingernail polish there. Oh well, mom life. So these two oils on hand, Clary Calm and then Jasmine. Clary Calm is a wonderful blend, and it really just helps with your uterus. It helps with the discomfort, disease, but also will help you to naturally transition with your body here and for everything to open up like it should. The Jasmine is going to be really great for countering the discomfort. Just rub it on your belly, rub this on your belly, have your partner do this for you. And in the beginning stages of labor, generally you're not going to feel as discomfortable, so it's really actually important that you start kind of showing your partner how to rub it on your belly, because you're in the less intense stage where you can do that mentally and it's not too taxing. So do have your partner do that with you and kind of show them how to rub it, what feels comfortable to you, how much is too much pressure or whatever. But these are going to really help with keeping the comfort level for your whole birthing and labor process much more comfortable. They helped me a ton. So those two oils. Then you're entering into the more intense stage. So you're really starting to pick up maybe some back discomfort, even maybe leg discomfort in your inner thighs. I know I had a lot of leg discomfort with my last baby birth, and I was not expecting that. It's more of a rare one. People have back labor a lot, but leg labor is a little bit different, but it can happen. So just keep that in mind. If it does start to happen, it is normal. It's just rarer. But you're gonna want to rub Deep Blue on your back and those legs if they start to hurt, and let your partner know that this is what you want him to be rubbing in, maybe between contractions or every so often, 30 minutes or something like that, because honestly this is strong. You probably don't want it on between contractions, but this one is a little less strong. This is one that I would probably do, like, you know, if you wanted to, or if you wanted to do it between your contractions, you could do that a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, and you're going to want to carry your oil probably like in a little pump tube. I have little pump tubes so that, you know, he can just basically pump a big thing of fractionated coconut oil into the palm of his hand, and then just add a drop of this, or maybe not even a drop, but like, you know, just cup it to his hand some, and massage it onto your back and on your legs, whatever's just causing you a lot of discomfort at the time. And that can really help you to have the endurance to keep going through the discomfort of labor and the transitions and stuff. So that's how I use those two oils. It's the Deep Blue Rub and Aroma Touch oil that you want to have on hand for that. And next is Peppermint and Breathe. These are two oils that I really use a lot when I'm in labor, because peppermint is energizing. So when you're getting to the end, and maybe even talk to your partner when your partner needs to know when you start saying I can't, or it's too hard, I've got to get out of here, like I can't do this anymore, that needs to be your partner's cue. You're hitting transition, you're at the last stages, it's the hardest stages. So I can't words your partner needs to have written down, and like drill your partner. That means pull out the peppermint, pull out the Breathe. He can just like open it and let you have a whiff. That's usually what my partner does for me. And it just energizes you. It also kind of helps with some of the nausea. If you are someone who gets very nauseous when you're in birth and labor, which I do, like I puke my guts up. So I drink water and I puke. That's what I do when I'm in labor. And some people do and some people don't. But this can help with the nausea. It can also help energize you when you're at that last stage and you just feel like you cannot go any further. This Breathe is something we use a lot, and sometimes I'll have my partner will put a drop in his hands, and he will like kind of cup it over my mouth when I'm breathing heavy in labor. And that just helps me, because sometimes when I'm in intense labor, I feel like I can't even get a breath in sometimes. And I've had different labor experiences. You know, my first two labors, my births there, they were non-stop contractions, so I really struggled to get breathing in. My third birth, fourth child, because I had twins in the middle there, she was much better as far as I had contractions and they stopped and then they, you know, restarted again. So it was a lot more pause and go, and that was wonderful. But the others where I feel like my body just didn't know what it was doing, so it was just in constant contraction, like hard to breathe the whole few hours. So this was really helpful to get just some extra air to my lungs, get a little bit deeper breaths in. So that's kind of how we use that during the actual like labor process. You're in the hard trenches of that, and then definitely, you know, I cannot emphasize enough, like we worked with a midwife with our twins and our last one, and we did the twins in the hospital. But just even having that extra hand, whether it's a doula or a midwife or someone to kind of help coach you through the process, is a wonderful thing to have, because your hospital staff are not taught how to coach you through that. So sometimes it's just helpful to have that person there, because they can show you a position for your leg or just different things to get more comfortable or open up as the baby needs to, you know, start making its way down. So if you are into natural birth, or you're trying to figure out natural ways to just kind of cope and manage this process, oils are a great tool, and also like a doula or a midwife to help just coach you through some of that, because that's the whole thing, is they are taught and they are skilled in helping women with this birthing process. They know all the tips and tricks for that. So I would definitely recommend that if you're going for a baby naturally. And you know, I just want to also say, every way that a baby enters this world is a beautiful way. There is no right and wrong way, because I know some people get really attached to doing one process over another. And just the fact that you have a baby and they have joined you in this world, and that is just so much goodness in itself. Just rejoice in that, and don't get caught up in what other people may think if you do one way over another way. Just do what's right for you and the baby and let the rest just slide, because it really shouldn't matter anybody else's opinion on the subject. It's just having a healthy baby and a healthy mommy at the end of the labor and birth. So anyway, that's the birth labor process. I'm gonna give you some other videos too to help with some other factors leading up or afterwards, and I'll try to link that playlist down below for you. So I want to go ahead and give you a couple things that I want to tag on to the video here. For you've just had your baby, you've birthed your baby, there are a couple of things you want to have in your hospital bag so that you can be prepared. One is a peri spray recipe, which I'm going to try to link you a recipe note to the peri spray I used. And then the other one is helichrysum. So helichrysum is really good for helping with managing the bleeding process, especially if you are a redhead or someone who tends to bleed heavily anyway. I would definitely use this to help manage that. So yeah, helichrysum. You can also take, if you have like the bottle oil, this is the roller, but the bottle, you could also take like a drop with Epsom salts and do like a bath afterwards, or add it in with some tea leaves. There's all this stuff that you can do, but helichrysum is really good for the bleeding managing after your baby. So I definitely would recommend doing that one. And then the other thing is your peppermint. So this is going to come in handy again. So if you're at a hospital, or just even like if you've got someone doing a home birth with you, typically they can't leave, or you can't leave until you've gone to the potty successfully. You have to go TT. So what's really helpful, and it seems like that should be an easy thing, but sometimes it really is not. Your body just will not relax or release. It's been through so much that just putting a drop of peppermint into your toilet bowl before you try to go helps your body naturally like get triggered and stimulated, like the muscles relax and release. And it's very helpful when you're trying to do that. So drop a drop of peppermint into your toilet bowl so that you can just go TT and check out of the hospital, or you know, you're a person that's done your birth at home, wherever you're at, can go home and y'all will be good. Not to mention, if you need to go and you're struggling to actually get to go, that can be a great relief tool to have. So I think that's pretty much it. I'll try to link the peri spray recipe, and make sure you've got your helichrysum and your peppermint oil for that right after baby comes. You're gonna need some stuff there.